Son fallos del directo.
Sí, hemos cortado y hemos vuelto a ver si ahora
podemos
conectar con ella. Y nada, y deciros eso, bueno, que emociona, estamos emocionados. A ver, ahí, ahora sí nos deja hablar con ella.
Un poquito de magia.
Sí.
Hello,
Ya está.
hello.
Hola.
Hello. Hello. I was trying to join from my laptop. I'm really sorry. I don't know if it's possible. Maybe that was the problem. So I was trying to text you and it didn't work. So I had to move to my mobile. So there you go.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't let us invite you. So
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe you have to do it from. Yeah, you can't join from a laptop. Basically, I think. Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. So let me just move because I have my laptop on my knees, thinking I would use my laptop, but okay. Now ready. How can I help you? Thank you for the invite. Beautiful mag from you. Although it's not true that I'm a nomad. That is just not true. I have to just scratch it out. Yeah. So,
Well,
question.
do you speak do you speak Spanish?
I do, pero cometo muchos errores. Entiendo mucho más, entonces puedes me preguntar en español, y quizás voy a responder en inglés, sí, pero es más fácil para mí. Pero creo que cometo demasiados errores, sí. So
No hay problema.
Safer in English.
Yo también cometo muchos errores en inglés.
Hello everyone in Spanish and in English, whoever's joining, thank you very much for joining. And I know you have some questions, so yes. Let me know what questions you have in English or in Spanish. I might respond to them in English because I really feel embarrassed of my Spanish mistakes. My poor Spanish teacher, you know, she's very patient, but I should have asked her to join Alejandra, my Spanish teacher.
Yeah.
She's in Mexico though, so I don't know. I think now it's like 12 o'clock in Mexico. My Spanish teacher is from Mexico, so.
Okay.
I can see a lot of people joining, so hello everyone. I'm just going to say hello everyone. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I'll start in English, okay? And he'll probably go to Spanish. Yeah.
Okay.
The first question: do you like being on the side of Gryffindor?
I do. I think I may have told you already, baddies are the best. So thank you so much. Someone's commenting. Thank you for lovely comments. So we used to joke and said that, you know, we're not bad, we're just committed. So in this franchise, it's really fun to play a baddie. And we genuinely think that we are not that bad. We just believe in what we do. And Eddie believes in what he does. So it's just two sides of the same story. You believe that we are bad, but we don't think that we are bad. But you know, so there lies the difference. And I think that's why the movie is so interesting, because obviously I don't think we just enjoy being bad. We genuinely believe that what we're doing is the right thing to do, and we're trying to protect magical creatures. So it's definitely fun to be on the side of, you know, baddies. We have a lot of fun people in our team, as you know, Mads and other Slytherins with me. So it's definitely fun, and I definitely enjoy that. I wouldn't swap to the other side, no way. No. So Carrow is not going to
go. Did you feel sorry for the chilling?
A little bit, I did, yes, because it was such a cute creature. And also the way we filmed it, you know, we had prop masters and we had an actual kind of puppet on set, and it was just incredible. So definitely yes. But at the same time, you know, I know what is my mission. So I could say, you know, people who eat meat in Spain, I mean, are you sorry for all the animals that you kill? You know, so yeah. Don't make me feel like I'm the bad one, okay? I know in Spain the most popular thing is jamón de serrano. I once had a date with a Spanish person, and he told me, Maya, it's not meat, it's jamón. So there you go. It's not chilling, it's jamón, you know? It's just...
Okay.
You know?
Maya, una pregunta. ¿Cómo ¿Cómo fue trabajar con el nuevo Gryffindor?
Muy bueno. So, Max es muy simpático, muy friendly, como decimos, muy profesional. So it was amazing. Both are, los dos son actores increíbles, Johnny and Max. But it was really great to work with Max. He's a lovely person, a lovely boss. He's got a wonderful family that I had a chance to meet as well. He's such an incredible actor, so it was truly humbling. It's a wonderful person, very talented, very friendly. And he definitely took care of his team of baddies. So there was one day on set, I once mentioned it, and it's true. So I am a night owl. And when you start on set, you start maybe at 4 a.m. So I would often be on set incredibly tired because I wouldn't sleep until, let's say, 2, and then you have to get up at 4. And what happens when I'm very tired, I kind of lose balance. So I have this thing with my brain doesn't get enough oxygen, and it sort of feels like I'm passing out for about half a second. And it happened on set, and when that happens, you have to call an ambulance or the medic on set because, you know, obviously it might be dangerous. And it happened once, and Matt's just run across, and he was the first one to check that I was okay. So
Wow.
definitely a good boss. So,
Yes. Very good.
I'm not sure he would do the same if that happened to Eddie. I don't think so, but, you know, just...
No, I think he just let him fall.
No, I think he would just be like, you know, yeah.
I didn't see that one. Yeah.
Exactly. No, I'm sorry. I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah, he'll be fine. So, no, wonderful boss and an incredible colleague. Yeah, like very talented. Yeah, so definitely it was amazing.
I liked him as the new Gryffindor. I think he did it very good.
Thank you. I agree. I think they're both different. You know, it's sort of like comparing apples and pears. So I don't think you can kind of compare. Each one has different quirks to it. But I agree. I think he was an amazing Grindelwald. So.
Yes, he was. How did you feel when you saw on the cinema the beginning of the film, you as Carrow, Vinder and Credence? Didn't you think the beginning was incredible?
It was incredible, especially me flying there. I really loved it. So that was really fun, and I was very proud. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to shoot Eddie. Damn, but hey, there might be next time. So, you know, I think Eddie... I mean, Newt, of course, I think that, you know, we still have some things to sort out, but it was incredible. And the whole scene, I remember filming it very well. It was really fun. This was actually night scene. So night shoots, you start the day at 4 p.m. You have breakfast at 7 p.m., which is really funny, but you kind of film 4 p.m., 4 a.m. So, yeah, it was dark November nights. It was very cold and raining. And if you remember, there's this sort of like waterfall. We actually had an actual fake waterfall. It was incredible. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever filmed. And yeah, it was not, you know, pleasant at times because we would, you know, it's water. So we would have, I remember one time we were filming, and I think they didn't measure, basically you could sort of control the amount of water, and so once it was definitely too much water, and we were all soaked, and it's like really cold November, and you just have to be soaked and freezing. Poor Eddie, he had much more of it, but it was definitely fun, and yeah, it was incredible. So that scene, I think it's super fun, and yeah, I hope to, you know, fly a bit more and definitely shoot someone. Yeah, that's fun. So
yeah, it looked fun. Yeah. How was it filming one of the most funny moments of Jacob using his wand for the first time?
That was incredibly fun to do, mostly because Dan is such a incredibly lovely person to work with. So behind the scenes, we would normally just have fun and joke around, both baddies and good guys. You know, we would just prank each other and have a lot of fun. That scene took a long time to film. So as you know, it's the whole dinner scene, and we were there in this room for a long time. So what you do, you know, you kind of have to stay focused but also entertain each other so that we don't get bored. You know, sometimes it's, I mean, again, long days on set, you start really early, you might be tired, and yeah, we would have a lot of fun, especially, you know, with Dan. I love working with Dan, honestly. So big high five here to Dan, who's a wonderful person. I hope to work with him on something else again, but honestly, that was super fun because of the scene and because of the person involved. So Dan is you know, maybe one muggle that I can tolerate, so, but just about.
Yes, I think it's the only muggle everybody was accept as a friend.
But I mean, as you remember, the way I look at him in that scene just shows exactly what I think of him.
Yeah.
¿Crees que es importante que Jacob tuviese su varita en la película?
Sí, creo que es importante por Jacob y por los otros, because I think it creates this illusion, and who knows, maybe he does have some magical powers. So you never know. Maybe even Muggles can do magic if they have incredible tools. That's a question you should ask J.K. or or Jacob himself. But yes, I think it's quite important that he got his wand, and whether it works sometimes or not, that's it's mystery. That should remain a mystery. But it was important, yes, and maybe he felt a bit more important and more powerful in that moment. And maybe sometimes it's, placebo is one of the most powerful drugs in the world. So maybe it's the same with.
Yes.
We all thought that Carrow would get her wand, and especially after the spell of Incendia.
Yes.
Do you think Novel Collection will get your wand out?
I would hope so. That depends on Novel Collection, so please do contact them and tell them yes. I had so many requests and people asking me about my wand. You have to remember that all the wands and all the props belong to Warner Bros. So we don't have them, and we didn't even have them on set. We only got them, and I'm sure other actors can confirm that. Tom, I remember speaking to Tom about this, Tom Felton. So it was the same in Harry Potter movies. We only get the ones, so you have the scene, and it takes a long time to prepare everything, and only when everything is absolutely ready at the very end, when we're all ready, that's when we get ones from a special box, and you get the ones just for that 1 minute of shoot. And the moment we say cut, we have to give back the wand, and they go back to the prop master. So we cannot have our wands, and they all with prop masters. And it was the same again. I remember we laughed about it with Tom at the premiere, because he said, yeah, it was just the same. You only get it for a very, very short time. So I hope that they will. A few people try to recreate this wand and ask me about this. So many people keep asking me about this. So I do hope that please, Novel Collection, do that. It's quite a straightforward, simple but powerful wand. So yes, I hope that they will happen.
Because after this film, Novel Collection got, I think, about 12 wands or 13 wands new.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
you'll get yours.
Yes.
I hope so. So again, I don't know how they decide. It's obviously not my decision, but I know that many people keep asking me about, that there've been replicas. Someone, I just commented on this video on YouTube, someone created a replica, and so yeah, fingers crossed, basically.
Yes. Do you think the story will continue and there'll be more Fantastic Beasts films?
I would hope so. Obviously, we can't comment, because even if we knew anything, we wouldn't be able to tell you. So I hope so. There are still characters and plot lines that could be continued. So definitely, I would hope so. It's such a fun project to work on, and people love it. And even if there are obviously comments about this bit or the other bit, people still enjoy it, and it's such a wonderful, honestly, wonderful adventure to be involved in and to work on. So I hope so. That would be
so
amazing.
we hope so. So we know the story is got to continue and it's got to have an end.
Yes, I would hope so. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
What would Carrow like to do in the next film?
I would love to be a bit more involved. I would love Carrow to show a bit more of her character, because she sort of seems like she always does what she's told, and I would hope for her to have her own little story and show a bit of her kind of, spiciness. I think that she's much fiercer than everybody thinks. I think that she has her reasons for doing what she does, so it would be amazing to see a bit of her background and get her a bit more involved, potentially. It would be nice to have a duel with Newt, for example, or maybe a Theseus, potentially Callum. Yeah, definitely Callum, that's me saying hello. That would be fantastic. And his dog. No, to be honest, if Callum brings his dog to our fighting scene, I will just say, Callum, you won, because Callum's dog is so cute that I think that would, yeah. So yeah, that's not allowed. I think that's not allowed. But yes, maybe a fighting scene, a duel, something like this. That would be really fun. I think.
Okay. How was it filming in the middle of the COVID, or what was happening?
It was really stressful, to be honest. It was really stressful because we had so many tests. I mean, I think we had about 5 tests per week. Twice we had a situation where someone unfortunately tested positive, and then we all had to be isolated and we had to stop. So it was just really stressful. But to be very honest, everyone was really well taken care of. I feel really not sorry, it's the wrong word. I feel I have a lot of admiration for people who manage the set. So producers and people who managed everything, because for them it was just incredibly stressful. So extra stress, I mean, still, I think most productions now you have to get a test, and it's just, extra layer of kind of stress. And then you never know how things will pan out, especially when you have shots outdoors, outside, right? So you have to think about the weather, and then you have to think about, obviously, in some scenes we have a lot of extras who are absolutely amazing. So if anyone's there from the extras, I had like my own special team, and they were kind of like our baddies, so we try to always like say hello to those guys. But yeah, it's just, obviously made it extra stressful. And then we had Christmas, and I think during Christmas, so I didn't really have a base in the UK at that time. I was still sort of effectively based in France. So I was allowed to leave, and Mads, I think, was the only person who left as well, I think, the UK. And poor Valerie, she had to stay on her own for Christmas, Valerie Página from Austria. And I was really lucky. I think my train to Paris was literally 2 hours before France closed the borders. So it was just really stressful. And then coming back, and obviously all the tests. So it was just extra stress. Now, we still have COVID. It's not going to disappear magically and through. But I think at that time it was just, a bit,
It's the worst moment.
Yeah. It was just, at times it was just, very stressful because of that. And, but we had a wonderful team of, nurses testing us. Everybody was just, taking care of us really well. So, still, an amazing adventure. So, hello, everyone, whoever joined.
In the new film of Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore, there was a new cast. Did you make any friends with any of them?
Yeah, of course. So Alex, so that's Helmut, Valerie. Oh my God, because I remember actors, not character names. That's really bad of me. Definitely, yes. We had a lot of different nationalities. Oliver, obviously, German Ministry of Magic. He's just incredible. I would do anything, I think, to work on another movie with Oliver. So it was amazing to have. We had French speakers, we had German speakers, we had obviously Russian speaker Alex, a Russian and Ukrainian, and yeah, it was just super fun to have all different languages on set, and we're still friends. Alex is traveling a lot, but we're trying to have a kind of get together in London. Oliver, I think he's he's got 2 bases, and one of them is in Switzerland. So we keep joking that when I'm in Switzerland, as you know, I'm often in Switzerland, we should just yodel to each other and go like yodel, and just yodel to each other. So across the hill, and I mean, we're on the same team. So and obviously, as you know, Grindelwald. I think it's not an accident that my boss is Grindelwald, because Grindelwald is a lovely place in Switzerland, which I love. I have passed through it. I haven't sort of passed, like I haven't been there per se, but I have passed by it. It's near Lautenbrunnen, which is a very famous region of Switzerland. Beautiful, super beautiful. And that's when you've got Grindelwald, which sort of pretty much is green forest in German. So yeah, it's a place in Switzerland, and as you know, Switzerland is dear to my heart. So it's perfect. Yes. No coincidence.
Did you get anything from the set?
No, because we're not allowed to. No one. I doubt Newt or Eddie, Dan, anyone else is. So everything is, you've got all the props. We get sort of some souvenirs. For example, after the first movie, everybody got a one from David, our director, and there was a separate one. It wasn't our ones, because everything that is on set, needs to be there. For example, if you have an exhibition, like you can visit Warner Brothers Studios, you have costumes from Fantastic Beasts franchise, so my costume could be there. I think some of the props were there from our movie. So So no, we are not allowed to keep, I mean, maybe a tiny thing, but I didn't even think about this, to be very honest. And some sets, you know, the main dinner, as you remember, it's a massive room with big paintings. There's not really, I couldn't, one of those paintings, I couldn't even, like, I think it would be bigger than my whole flat here. So, no way, no.
And they'll see you walk out with it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how I, you know, just, they were massive. Like, I don't know if you can see in the movie how massive they are, but they were just huge. And I just remember, because we were there for, gosh, weeks and weeks on end, and they're just so big. It's like the whole room is massive. I don't know if you can kind of, yeah, it's just
No, you can't see it on the film how big it is.
Yeah, how big it is. Yeah. So no way. And then you have, you know, even like special props, like if you remember the dinner, there's a glass that's being smashed, and
yeah,
and obviously and that was quite complicated to shoot, because it's not, I mean, it's I think it's sugar glass, if I'm correct. It's a special kind of glass that obviously it's not glass, it looks like glass, but that can still injure you. And there were a few moments where Jacob would smash it and it would just sort of go in my face, and they had to check that, you know, because it's sort of quite close to me, as you can see in the movie. So then again, that all is handled by our incredible prop department, and they would make sure that everything was safe. You know, we had things to drink, to eat, and they all have to be, you know, everything has to be checked. And so it's all you know, under control of the prop department. And as you know, in some movies there are accidents with props, so that's why everything has to be sort of taken care of and checked by specialists who work at the prop department.
Yeah. We're going to ask you a little test of if you recognise the ones. Okay, so we're going to start. There's 5 wands.
Okay.
Take a look.
This is easier because it's got white, and white is the color of innocence. And I think it's not a coincidence that that's of Queenie, if I'm correct, because it's got this white with that. It's sort of whitish cream kind of white, but I think it's there because, you know, she is of innocent heart, and that's why she's sort of between, you know, 2 sides. But I do think that she's got a lot of kindness in her heart, and Alison as well. So big love to Alison, who's incredibly sweet, and I miss her a lot. So wonderful Alison, yes.
Te voy a enseñar yo una, a ver si la reconoces.
Okay. Creo que es de mi amiga Rosia, pero es negro.
Yep.
Te iba a dar una pista por si te ponías nerviosa. Iba a decir, siempre está al lado tuyo. Pero sí, has acertado la primera.
You might recognise this one.
Okay. I can't see where the top. Is this Helmut or no? I'm not sure actually. It's not, no, because I think the top looks like Helmut's. No, it's not. Mine looks, no, mine is like wooden with a bit. This one, I genuinely don't know. I have to be honest. I thought it was Helmut's, but now I'm like confused. Can you show me like the full thing? Because I just see the end. Oh no, is it like? Sorry, because I'm not joking now, but I see, I mean, this one, I don't know, because it's sometimes, I see the end, and then when you show it like further away, it's like I see pixels, and so I'm not sure whether it's curled or straight. No, this one, I'm genuinely confused. I do not know. Tell me. This end.
With you, next to you as well.
¿Está al otro lado?
That would be Nagini. No, that wouldn't be Nagini. No.
On this last film.
Pardon?
On the last film.
Honestly, you have to help me. I'm really sorry. I was sure this was
Helmut. Es un chico con el pelo largo, negro.
Yeah, but that wasn't Helmut. I thought it was Helmut's one, but then I'm thinking, you know, that no. But he's like, because he's slightly similar, also sleek. And it's not Grindelwald's one, because I know Grindelwald's one. It's sort of curved and sort of like it's got a little bolts. So this one... Okay,
y te voy a dar una última pista. Una última.
I don't know.
Es un Dumbledore, pero él no lo sabe. Bueno, sí lo sabe.
Of course, it's oh my God, it's Credence, of course.
Credence.
Sorry, yes, it's Credence. Yes, thank you. That is yeah. Do you know, like these ones? I cannot emphasize it enough that we would see them for literally about 3 minutes before the shot and then 3 minutes after, and the whole day, because they are always kept by, and whether it was Credence Ezra or whether it was Mads or anyone else, we wouldn't have them with us. Because they are only, so when you have everyone ready, so then we would literally see them for like 3 minutes. So I know mine, and I know, for example, Nagin's Pole's wand as well, I think. And this one, I'm not sure you have this one as well, actually. So that's another one to Noble Collection to have Pole's.
Yes, yes, because I haven't got it.
So
This
I
would be
think,
the next one.
that is, of course, lovely. That's a beautiful boss's wand, yes. And I recognize it very well. This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got those little kind of like bulby kind of structures. Yeah, so this is easy to. Yeah.
And the last one.
And that is Helmut's wand. Yeah, and that is kind of similar to mine, because mine is sort of straight and simple with 2 sort of bits, but mine looks more. Someone noticed for me, and I think it's really true. It looks really similar to Tom's one, so Draco's one.
More
It looks
straight,
similar.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's got 2 bits, and also it's wooden. Mine is also wooden, and sometimes the wooden part would be kind of lighter and darker, so that's why this is Helmut's wand. So this is Alex's wand. Because, you know, we remember sort of actors rather than characters. You know, we
Yes,
sort of.
we've done it very good.
Yeah. Thank you. Especially the Betties, you know. I mean, Queenie she's sort of like, you know, but Queenie's easy to remember because it's got this wide bit, which is like kind of a giveaway.
And it's quite different from all of them.
It is, because, you know, I think it's her beautiful, kind heart, so shining through. So I think that's sort of similar.
Yeah. ¿Nos podrías contar cuáles son tus próximos proyectos?
Sí, entonces, primero, I will try in Spanish, but I'm so embarrassed of my mistakes. La semana próxima voy a viajar en Alemania por hacer un film short movie. Como decimos, the short movie en español.
¿Un corto?
Gracias, un corto. Es una historia. I'm really sorry because someone's ringing the bell, and I don't know whether my flatmate from first floor will open the window. You have to bear with me because someone's ringing the bell, and it's.
Okay.
Oh no, she's opening the door. She's opening it. It's fine. Entonces, un corto, sí, en Alemania, en Hamburg, es una historia muy increíble. Es una short horror story de una pequeña niña, sí, de 8 años, y yo voy a decimos jugar, la madre de pequeña niña, sí, de 8 años, sí, y es una historia muy, muy guapa, muy interesante, sí, es número 1. Y más tarde voy a hacer una comedia en Portsmouth. Yo quiero hacer más proyectos de comedy este año. Y es uno corto también de Navidad, pero vamos a hacer este proyecto en abril. Es una comedia muy, muy divertida, sí, very funny, sí, en Portsmouth. Y en May, I never remember this month in Spanish. Mayo, gracias, Mayo, como mayonnaise, yeah. En mayo, como podemos ver en mi Instagram, hacemos este juego de teatro, se dice, ¿sí? En teatro que se llama Arcola Theatre. It's a really famous theatre. Es un juego de teatro, ¿sí? Y tenemos actores de 7 nacionalidades y acentos diferentes, y esperamos de también hacer jugar, mostrar este juego, ¿sí? En Edinburgh Fringe. Y cada persona puede comprar billetes online because it will be streamed, so you can kind of come to Arcola Theatre in person, and you can also watch it online. It will be streamed if someone is in Spain or in any other part of the world. So that's we kind of did it, like premiered it really quickly last year just for 2 nights, and now it's coming back. And it's a wonderful play, sort of talking about multicultural places where people are from different places, have different accents. So and that's called Hey Viva, and you can see it on my Instagram. So and then there are some things afterwards in May, and Cannes Festival, but that's sort of. And in the meantime, I hope for 3-4 sort of stand-up shows very soon. So as you know, I have sort of restarted doing stand-up. So ¿cómo decimos stand-up en español? No sé. I don't know, stand-up comedy in Spanish.
Stand-up comedy.
Comedia.
Comedia, es como sería un club de la comedia, un
Sí.
monólogo.
Sí.
Donde haces un monólogo y cuentas.
Sí, monólogo, sí. Monólogo de comedia, sí, como stand-up, sí. En inglés se dice stand-up, sí. Sí. So that would be for now.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to be very busy.
Yeah.
Trying. Well, you never know. And then obviously in the meantime, oh my God, I'm really sorry. Someone just keeps ringing the bell. You have to, I don't know how to, you have to excuse me. I'm just going to maybe turn the camera off and try to see what's going on. Why this person keeps ringing the bell and it's not for me. So I will just try to check what's going on. If you bear with me a second.
Yes.
Bueno,
nos queda una pregunta.
Nos queda una pregunta, una última pregunta. ¿Y qué os está pareciendo?
I am back. So sorry, that was just someone with the meter, but we can't help that person. So really sorry. I'm coming back. I don't know if you can see me.
Yes, we can see you.
So apologies. That was just, I think they, it's some kind of a meter check, but who knows what that is. So how can I help you? Any more questions?
Well, we've got the last question. When will Carrow come to our shop?
Oh, well, I hope soon. I haven't been to Spain for ages now. Gosh, when was the last time I was in Spain? Oh my God, before lockdown, I think. Because I've been traveling to and from Switzerland. Switzerland kind of took over. It starts with an S. But I miss Spain a lot. So hopefully, to be honest, very soon. I would pop into Spain like tomorrow. I miss the food and everything. The only thing I will not have is pulpo a la gallega. I feel sorry for the poor, octopus.
Yeah.
So I just feel sorry for the poor thing, And I still remember Octopus Paul that predicted, World Cup. So no, it's just I can't do it. Paul, and his cousins. But I would hope soon. I honestly would love to pop into Spain. I miss Spain a lot. So fingers crossed, very soon. In April it's probably going to be difficult because we will have rehearsals. So the play will be between 8th and 13th of May. And so probably, and then you've got Easter, right? So Easter break, or people kind of are away. But it would be lovely to pop into Spain, either June, July, I don't know. But I hope soon. It would be absolutely fantastic. So fingers crossed, and then I'll definitely. Someone has a question there. Sorry. Hopefully soon. ¿Quién fue el actor con quien congenió mejor? Congenió, I'm not sure, no sé si yo entiendo. Congenió, gracias, okay. With whom, I got on really well, if I understand correctly,
yes.
kind of. To be honest, with everyone, con todos los actores, pero cada persona en nuestra familia de Animales Fantásticos es una persona simpática y honestly, everybody is really, really sweet and nice. So, like in life, you get on with some people better. Dan, I honestly love working with Dan. Oliver Masucci, I honestly love doing anything with Oliver Masucci. So we had a lot of fun on set. And then you've got our French colleagues as well, obviously. So William and and obviously we have a little team in London. So Paul and Dave, who you've met recently. So Dave is not based in London, but he pops in every now and then to see us in London, and we kind of meet with David, who's a French Minister of Magic, and Paul and myself. So I would say everyone really. Everybody is really lovely. So, ¿abres más Animales Fantásticos? Espero que sí, pero no puedo prometer, pero no es mi decisión. Pero espero que sí.
Well, thank you very much for your questions.
Pleasure.
And we'll be in contact.
Yeah.
Maybe one
yes,
day.
Definitely. And I hope to pop in and visit you. Honestly, I don't know when, but I miss Spain. I was just thinking actually with a friend of mine who's in Scotland, where it's snowy. I don't know if you know, but we have this wave of snow now in the UK in middle of March. Yeah. So she's in Aberdeen, and I think it's completely snowed under there. and we were just thinking, let's just go to Spain, you know. So, someone, sorry, asked a question there. Sorry, I can't. ¿Nos puedes contar alguna anécdota del rodaje? Muchas anécdotas. How many? How much time do you have? I mean, one. If I don't know if you guys have time, because I know it's you know, if you want to finish. So I don't know if you want me to say something to.
I don't know how long we've been, because it's an hour. You can do the live. We've got a few minutes.
Okay. Oh my God, well, that one, when I fainted, I mean, another one. So if you remember that scene, this is a true chilling with Oliver. And I keep saying Oliver, and I genuinely, at the moment, I feel like, you know, what is the name of the character? I just know he's the German Ministry of Magic. The name of the character in Fantastic Beasts is, of course, you have to tell me, someone help me. He plays Anton Vogel, of course. And so when we had that scene with Vogel, sometimes we would have, it was a very long scene, and we would have maybe some technical issues, and Oliver would always try to make everyone laugh. So it was a very serious scene, and Oliver would just say, "Oh, this is a true chilling," and he would just like start, you know, joking, or would, you know, so that was like, I remember that scene, and we just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed for hours. And then one thing, actually, another one. So we finished, I think, shooting. It was in Poland, it's called Fat Thursday, and as you know, Jacob plays a Polish baker. So as you know, I'm half Polish, so I introduced Jacob Dan to. Thank you, someone says I love you. That's very kind of you. I introduced Dan to proper Polish donuts, and because it was Fat Thursday, so Fat Thursday is the last Thursday before Lent in Poland, and you have to eat a donut on that day. I mean, you absolutely have to. I'm not joking. You have queues in front of bakeries for, you know, kilometers. People start at 6 a.m. and on average, one person eats 20 donuts. I'm not even joking. Google this. Google Fat Thursday. Wow. It's called Thursday. So Dan asked me, and together with a Polish shop, we organized a delivery of, I think, about 50 or 60 donuts, and everybody had a donut on Fat Thursday, and they were kind of from Dan to everyone. He's a Polish baker, so, and he asked me to teach him a few words in Polish, like that he says to Queenie in Polish, like "I love you" and that kind of thing. So that was really sweet as well. But so yeah, I don't know. I think there are some other questions. You tell me. I can see someone. Thank you, everyone, very much. Sorry again, everybody, for joining. And I should do it in Spanish next time. I speak Spanish for an hour with my teacher, and then I'm really. I remember last time we did in Spanish, and I listened to it, and I was like, oh my God, so many mistakes. I just want to die. So I said, no, I can't do it because I make too many mistakes. Next time, yeah. Yo entiendo todo, ¿ok? Entiendo todo. En español puedo entender todo, pero responder sin errores queda imposible para mí. Entonces, tengo mucho miedo, ¿ok? I need to keep my serious Carrow persona without mistakes. So, but I should just be practice. Yeah, I have to practice it. Muchas gracias. Okay, feliz cumpleaños a Adele. Una vez. Have a lovely birthday celebration, and thank you, anyone. And if people have any questions, just let me know, and I will definitely say hello when I pop into Spain. So I have to just book my tickets and pop in. Like, you know, how far are you from Madrid? If I fly to Madrid, not too. I mean, it's like north.
I'm flying 1 hour.
Ah, okay. Maybe I just like fly to Madrid and fly back from, you know, Coruña. The airport near you, the nearest would be Coruña, or I think it's Coruña,
yes,
right?
Coruña.
Coruña, yes, yeah. So I remember, because I remember being in Coruña and like going to the beach in Coruña. So I remember that very well.
Big beaches, yeah.
Famous football club, Deportivo de Coruña.
Deportivo.
Yeah. I know it very well when I was a kid because I used to play football, and I knew football clubs. So thank you very much again, and
thank you
have a very
for your
good
time.
birthday. Pleasure. Okay, ciao, bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.